Good morning, YouTube. The title of this video is Something Hidden. I just been reviewing the media's responses to the current situation, the realization by a majority of Americans that there was an attempted coup against President Trump early in his presidency, led by elements of the FBI and the Department of Justice, specifically upper management there. Okay, and the response to this by the mainstream media and to the corrupt elements of our government have been astonishing to me. They're very strong, claiming, that he's a Russian asset now, not mere collusion, but an asset, and that he's created some horrible crime of interfering with some sort of investigation into Cohen. It really seems like they're throwing in their last of their reserves. It's almost as if they know that the end is near. So I started to reflect on this because they do seem to be a little more coordinated than I expected. I mean, I always knew that there was some sort of coordination, but I just assumed it was because of shared interests. But I'm really starting to think that maybe there actually is like some secret society where they're meeting and coming up with strategy, okay, because of how this is all played out. And I'd like to go back to the very beginning when they first realized that Trump was going to be the nomination and that he had a serious chance of becoming president. The media types were all saying things like, he represents an existential threat. And I remember thinking, I've never heard of that before. What exactly does that mean? It means a threat to the system, like he's going to destroy the system. Well, that begs the question, what system? What system were they worried about? And these people have been terrified of Trump from the very beginning. I mean, look at how they behaved after reading this thing by Victor Davis Hanson, who spells out what the environment was when this situation with McCabe and Rosenstein occurred, how they'd already done everything they could to try and not allow Trump to be seated, with their attempts to sway the electoral, the voters in the Electoral College, and the Stein attempt to do the recount, and there are all these little lawyerly shenanigans they pulled. Okay, and then of course the vicious attacks in the media trying to drive his poll numbers down, trying to separate him from his base. I mean, they've tried really, really hard to nail this guy since before he even took office. Okay, and it appears that it was all coordinated. What is it that these people are so afraid of? And what system is it that he's an existential threat to? I don't know. I don't know, but it must be something monstrous. Look at their behavior. They all act like they're going to jail if they don't do something about Trump. Maybe that's because whatever it is that they're hiding is so monstrous that they all would go to jail. But the question is what is it that they're hiding from us that would cause us to react so negatively? I don't know. But I tell you this, I'd like to know what exactly it is that they're so afraid of. And of course, I'd also like to know just what the degree of coordination is between these various groups, between the corrupt elements of the various political parties, between corrupt elements of the government, and of course the corrupt media. How is it that they're coordinating their actions? Who is it who are their deep thinkers? Who are their strategists? Who are their decision makers? And then most of all, what is it that you're hiding? It's got to be something big, something incredibly awful. I don't know what it is, but I suspect I'm going to find out. I suspect we're all going to find out very soon, because all their efforts have failed. Trump is going to finish his first term, and the analysis indicates that if the election were held today, he'd win in a landslide. Of course, you're not going to hear that on the mainstream media. Anyway, just something to think about. What is it about Trump that has put so much fear in the hearts of these scumbags? Anyway, something to think about. Enjoy your day, and let's enjoy the show.